Good afternoon, everyone. Let's start class now. We did finish talking about all the points that we had covered last class. However, there were some issues that got still left. I think that was because of the compensation point. Hopefully, after I review on the question answers, we'll go back to that again. So let's just go back to the last slide we did last class. So we were here last class. We were supposed to start this. So out of the questions we are going to do, I'll first show the topic questions. So solution to the book question is only the last three questions, 6, 7 and 8. Let's have a look at it. All those other questions from question 1 till the recorded class will take time to come. You have to wait because our class just happened on Monday and today is Wednesday again. You have to wait at least who's it again who asked me this question? If you're a new student, let me tell you the fact that it takes at least 3 days for it to publish. You cannot be so quick to do that. And I cannot repeat a class that I have done which already has been recorded. If you don't want to move further, you can wait back for the recorded class to do it, because everybody else wants to do the question as well. And I did say that I'm going to show a video, so please be patient. Okay. And when you say about quick recap, you should really think, it was that quick what we did last class? I took exactly the entire class time to finish the chapter. There's nothing quick about recaps. Wait for it. You have to be patient. Thing is, most of the classes and the portal has been going really awkward for nowadays. So please be patient and just wait for the recorded classes, because it's taking the entire class. You'll have to start from the beginning and it's not possible because I have to move forward. So I'll just finish on the question answers and then I'll move on to the topic questions that I have selected. So just remember the fact the last 3 book questions are the ones which are being solved here. Why does a plant need to make glucose? Because there's a typo here, which should be plant. It's written plant. So it's a plant traps. Okay, there's a lot of typo here. Should have looked at it. A plant traps light energy. Okay, something is wrong with this question answer. No, you do not need to take any screenshots. I already uploaded the notes on the portal and maybe it will come, but these recorded classes come within 3 days, like 72 hours as said by the school supervisors. So within the 72 hours you'll get this as well. And there are a lot of typos on this. It's not the best to take screenshot for these questions, and I don't know why there are so many typos in these questions as well. So this will be a plant traps light energy which makes carbon dioxide and water combine to make a sugar called glucose and a byproduct named water. So the question is supposed to be like this, but I think because the words were so jumbled when I was copying and pasting from the notes, I think this happened. So this is the answer to that. What does a plant need to make glucose? A plant needs light energy and it combines carbon dioxide and water to make a sugar called glucose and water. What does a plant use glucose for? The plant uses glucose. Primary reason for a plant using glucose is to provide the plant with energy. How is glucose stored? some glucose stored up and changed into starch or oil. It gets stored in the stem, roots, seeds, and fruit. When needed, are changed back to glucose. Now the topic questions. Now in the topic questions are primarily the questions that are all in those question 1 to 5. These questions will all be included in this one question. What are the parts of a flowering plant? The parts of the flowering plant include the male and the female sex organs, which make seed, and from the seeds another plant can grow if they're embedded in the soil elsewhere. They also have buds. Oh, okay. Now I actually thought of something. See, whatever we have learned in the topic itself, the question answers are the quick. Not again. Whatever we learned in the topic last class, it's all being revised in the question answers. So, guys, please be patient and see what your teacher does, okay? Okay, the buds contain small partly grown leaves or flowers. It protects the young parts. Leaves makes food for the plants by photosynthesis. They need sunlight, carbon dioxide from the air, water, minerals from the soil, and green pigment called chlorophyll from the chloroplast. The network of veins carry water and food around the plant. I did not specify xylem and phloem because network of vein is enough, because we are studying about a flowering plant. A flowering plant is a dicot plant, and because of that. So this is a drawing of a typical flowering plant. The one from your book is also there. This is a much more better picture, and this has a lot of diagrams as well. You don't need to learn all the labeling points. Only the labeling points which matches your book, learn that. But however, this is the complete diagram of a flowering plant. Okay, for furthering the question, there are other parts as well. After you see the diagram, there is stem as well. Stems have tube inside it. See the names I have given here. Xylem tubes carry water and minerals from the roots to the leaves. Phloem tubes carry food up and down the plant. It gives support to the plant and holds up the leaves. Roots anchor a plant in the soil. So what are the function of roots? See, it's all given here. Root anchor a plant in the soil. They take in water and mineral from the soil, and it also has root hair. Most of the water and minerals are taken up through their root hairs, which no, this is not possible. Most of the water and minerals are taken through the root hair. This should be it. Okay, there's so many mistakes in here. The notes are really haphazard. The last line should not be the one. I did fix everything in the notes, but I don't think I fixed it here. The last line, do not attempt to write on the same thing, because photosynthesis occurs inside chloroplast. You clearly know this is not part of it. So root hair should end in here. Most of the water and minerals are taken through the root hair. So I'll repeat it again because I think my stream is creating a lot of problems, and because of that everything is messy. So before it goes, yeah, it's going again. Wow. What? Okay, so came back. I hope everybody can see the screen without being distorted. So last line is not the continuation of this line. Are a waste product. Photosynthesis occurs inside chloroplast in plant cells. This is not part of that question. It's part of something else. It just all got messed up. Okay, it should be part of this, I guess. Yeah, this is part of that. So what is, now we'll focus on the topic question. What is photosynthesis? Photosynthesis is producing food or glucose by using carbon dioxide, water and sunlight energy. Oxygen gas is produced. It can summarize as simple word equation. The chemical equation is this. No one got the study notes. It's still being reviewed. I said I don't know when they publish it, but I did post it on the server, and the server decides when it will post it to you guys. My internet is creating a lot of issues. I don't know why. I can't properly even show you the video. Okay, the compensation point. See, whatever was written on the thing, it will be written on here again. Eventually, for a brief moment, respiration and photosynthesis uses up each other's product, and movement of gases in and out of a leaf stops. The moment is called the compensation point. It occurs early in the day break time because photosynthesis stops at night but respiration continues. So photosynthesis begins to use carbon dioxide produced by respiration and produces oxygen needed for respiration. In this brief moment, both gases amount is equal and compensate for one another. The gases are equal, so they use each other up. This is the entire definition of compensation point. So compensation point, I tried to find a video, I did not. So instead I found an entire photosynthesis video. I'm just praying that the internet doesn't fail on me because it's really being haphazard. Most of the streaming is lagging in here, in mine. Okay, this was the end of it. I'll just speak about compensation again because this was the part that most of you did not understand last class. Compensation point is a brief moment where respiration and photosynthesis products use each other up. The products are the gases. The gases are the ones which are being used up, and movement of gases inside and outside the leaf stops. This moment occurs in the early daytime or dawn. Because photosynthesis stops at night, but respiration continues. As respiration continues, carbon dioxide starts building up inside the plant and stomata is closed. In the morning when stomata opens, naturally some carbon dioxide will leak out. However, because of the sunlight, little amount of it, oxygen will start to get built up as well. As oxygen will start to get built up because of photosynthesis, the amount of oxygen producing and the amount of carbon dioxide inside and outside the leaf which are entering stops, because they're using both of them up in order for photosynthesis and respiration equally. So no net or surplus amount of gas can either enter or can either exit, and this is called compensation point. Compensation point means both the gases, the amount is equal and they eat each other up. I've given the notes, you'll have to write the entire notes, that is. Why is there a 6 before? Okay, it's because it's a balanced chemical equation. That's a balanced chemical equation. If you balance this is a chemical equation, it is balanced. And the word equation is like this. Now, you have to wait for a while before I turn on the video. Okay, where is it? Having a bad day.
Photosynthesis.
Okay, I'll just lower the volume. It's too high.
In this module, you will learn about the basics of photosynthesis. All living things require food. Humans and animals eat other animals or plants as food, but plants cannot eat like humans or animals. Plants obtain food by preparing it on their own by a process called photosynthesis. Only green plants carry out photosynthesis. The word photosynthesis is made up of two words, photo and synthesis. Photo means light and synthesis means making or putting together. During photosynthesis, the leaves trap sunlight and use it to make sugar molecules like starch. Light energy is changed into chemical energy, which is stored in the starch molecules. To carry out photosynthesis, plants require four things: light energy, chlorophyll, carbon dioxide, and water. Photosynthesis begins with light striking the leaves of plants. Both sunlight and artificial light, such as from lamps, are suitable for photosynthesis. Chlorophyll is a green pigment found in chloroplasts present in the cells of leaves.
Okay, can you see this? Wait.
Chlorophyll is a green pigment found in chloroplasts present.
Okay, now can you see how the cross section of a leaf looks like? So this is the network of veins. This is the vein where xylem and phloem exist, which brings the water and minerals from the roots, palisade layer, then spongy mesophyll layer, the stomata. We'll all read about that as well. This is a brief diagram of that?
In the cells of leaves. The chloroplasts.
Okay, chloroplast inside looks like that, but this is not the diagram that you need to understand or learn. We only learn it that it's a green pigment, it's a green organelle which is in a plant cell.
Absorb and store the energy from light. The stored energy is then further utilized in the process of food manufacture. Carbon dioxide and water serve as the raw materials for photosynthesis. Plants absorb carbon dioxide from the air. The carbon dioxide enters plants through pores called stomata present on the surfaces of their leaves.
Pigment means color. When I try to open the notes or any subject, nothing happens. I think you should contact the supervisors, because what happens is, I think the portal is having some issues. I already, when this class started, it takes 2 minutes for me to get the live classes activated. So I already wasted nearly 3 minutes to enter this classroom. So I think the portal is slow somehow. I'm not sure, I'm assuming it. So I also need to get that fixed. I don't know what's happening, because my streaming is having issue, my portal is having issue. Something is either wrong or something is not right. So best place to talk about any technical issues is with your supervisor, because the notes take time to get uploaded, the video, the recorded live classes take time to get uploaded. Anything once we have uploaded from our end, we have done it, but how long will it get to reach to you guys? That takes time, because the portal doesn't only take one class, it has several other subjects with several other classes. Maybe that's why it has got a bit slow, maybe. And question 3, the last sentence, can you repeat the last sentence of question 3? We're seeing a video.
From the stomata, the carbon dioxide travels to the chloroplasts, where it combines with water to form glucose. The combining of carbon dioxide and water utilizes the energy stored in the chloroplasts. Plants absorb water from the surrounding soil with the help of root hair present on their roots. Water absorbed by the roots is then transported to the leaves through the stem. Here is an equation that summarizes the process of photosynthesis. The glucose produced during photosynthesis is carried through special tubes to different parts of a plant. The above diagram shows the complete.
Okay, so this is the complete diagram. So there it's showing that, extend this, yeah. So it's showing that sunlight, light energy, carbon dioxide entering, water is entering from the soil, it's making glucose and it's releasing oxygen. So this is kind of the entire process of photosynthesis. Now when we are talking about the compensation point, you can also see that there is being exchange of carbon dioxide and oxygen in here, but at the compensation point none of this happens. Whatever happens gets used up in the leaf itself. So ultimately what happens is no gases either exits or either enters. Whatever is being made by photosynthesis, the oxygen, gets completely used up by the respiration, which makes that amount of carbon dioxide, and that amount of carbon dioxide is again used in the photosynthesis to make glucose and oxygen again. So this is like a loop. So compensation point is kind of like a loop. It's circling around and it only happens for a very small amount of time. How much amount of the time your dawn is? So it's like the sun has risen up the amount of the sun which is still red, not yellow, no, not show, not has like it's not shining bright. It has not reached its atmosphere, the horizon, where it will look yellow and sunny. So that time is this thing happens, and that point is known as a compensation point.
Process by which food is prepared by green plants during photosynthesis. In this module, you have learnt the following. Green plants prepare their food by a process called photosynthesis. During photosynthesis, light energy trapped by leaves is changed into chemical energy. Plants require 4 things for photosynthesis: light energy, chlorophyll, carbon dioxide, and water. Chloroplasts contain the green pigment chlorophyll. They absorb and store light energy, which is utilized in the process of food manufacture. Carbon dioxide enters the leaves through pores called stomata from the atmosphere. Carbon dioxide reaches chloroplasts and combines with water to form glucose. Formation of glucose utilizes energy stored in chloroplasts. Plants absorb water from soil through the root hairs present on roots. Water is then transported to leaves through stem.
Glucose prepared during photosynthesis is then used for everything.
Photosynthesis.
Okay. Everybody's been requesting to see the question. Wait, I'll just get it. To wait a while. Okay. Let's go back. Question 3. Yes. Wait. Oh wait. Okay, much better. Okay. So the last, in this moment or point, both gases amount is equal and compensate each other. We have 10 minutes of class. Is there any questions that you need to ask or you need to get clarified? Because if not, I can end the class then. Okay, so the chemical equation is also mentioned here. So one of the other things, question number 1, this last line is not part of the root hair. I'm repeating it again, this is not part of the root hair. I'm pretty sure I have not given this the same thing in notes again, but I'll still check. If so, I will fix everything and re-upload the notes again. However, I'm hoping I haven't done that. And good luck to all of you guys for upcoming classes. I hope half yearly is going to be a bit less stressful than first monthly. Question number 1 is long actually. It has all the other things: flower, buds, leaves. I gave a diagram, then stem, root and root hair. Only the last line shouldn't be part of this. It's just not part of it at all. The full sentence is given. It's the entire thing. This is the entire thing. It's just when the moment is called the compensation point, full stop, then this is the second para. I think no more question is going to be asked, so I can conclude the class, because I'm not seeing any questions and it's been 2 minutes after the last question. So these will all be the topic questions, because I have merged question 1 to 5 from the book to make this topic question number 1. Beside that, book question will be 6, 7, 8 only. And from 1 to 5, they're omitted as questions, but they're repeated in the here. We are in the first 2 points. Okay, I'm guessing it has been asked 2 minutes back. Okay, and these are the last ones. So roots and root hair, though I have written them separately, they're part of the same thing, because roots have root hair. But however, when I'm asking about what are the functions of root, it is roots anchor a plant in the soil, and the second function will be they take in water and minerals from the soil. And root hairs, most of the water and minerals are taken through the root hairs. That's the only line. This one is not part of root hair, so please don't make the blind mistake of writing this without reading. This is supposed to be continuation of this, but this wasn't needed, and I don't know why it came there. Okay, I think it's enough. Oh wow, can you show the plan diagram that we have to draw? Okay. This is the one that you have to draw, parts of a flowering plant. Then this one is also a drawing diagram, and the compensation one as well. Last class I said people to take a screenshot of this because not most of the books have the red and the blue line, and so it's very annoying why book prints are not like this. Okay. No more questions. Okay. To draw. Yeah, the portal is really a mess. There's 3 minutes left, and I guess that's about it. I'll go through the slides from first to top, and then I'll end this class. Oh, the compensation point is also written in here. So if you're having problem with that question in the compensation part, please look at this part of the para. For the question, you'll have you'll actually get where I've written this answer from. This. So how plants use glucose from photosynthesis. This is also a question. See, how plants, just the question mark is not given. So this is also a question. Some are used straight away to give plant energy, some are stored up. This is also a question. I shouldn't have taken the notes like that. The notes are haphazard. Okay. So there are 4 points from uses of glucose. Compensation point and this. How is glucose stored? Okay. How is glucose stored? See, whatever we have learned in how glucose is used up is written in here as briefly as possible. So briefly is fine. The flowering plants. This is much better diagram than the last time. So then the book diagram, but it has too many labels, so we're not going to learn too many labels. We're just going to focus on flower, stem, leaf, buds, root, and root hairs. So these are too much information, just the diagram that I'm showing, so don't focus on the labels, just focus on the diagram instead. Topic question 1, which is, I put a diagram on the middle because while explaining it I wanted to move back and forth from it. So this is the first one. This is end of question 1, question 2 and question 3.